podcast, radio and stuff.
Wow, the studio is just so bright. You know, it's not bright because of the lights, but it is bright because of the interview that we are about to have. We're already having fireworks and fun off air. Sawubona, welcome to Podcast Radio and Stuff. Ukhozi FM. We are bringing you yet another beautiful episode.
I thought you were going to say the studio is bright because of my t-shirt.
No, it's because of the guest. it's because of the guest.
100%. Welcome to it at Podcast Radio and Stuff. I'm Joey Ukhozi. So excited. It's going to be yet another beautiful interview where we are having honest, casual, serious conversations. I'm quite excited.
Yes. Have you subscribed to this channel? When?
I have.
You have?
Yes.
Alright, so you have subscribed.
Yes.
Did you click the notification bell?
I did.
So every episode, my vela, you are reminded.
Yes.
So, asitshele nabasekhaya.
Please do one door, just ask me if I've done. And do more than that as well. Subscribe, like, share, and join as a member. If you join as a member, you contribute only 9 rands 99 cents towards making this channel great. And we continue to give you the content that you like and deserve. Let's introduce our guest. In fact, we'll give her an opportunity to introduce herself. Because I'm really excited.
She does this kakhulu.
Yes.
Well, here's a introduce.
Yes. Hello.
Sanibonani njani guys.
It's Kona Jan.
It's good to be here. Wow, what a feeling. Yeah. Indaba ama introduction kuthiwa umusumkhulu awuyi-introduce kodwa ke musumkhulu awusa-introduce.
Yeah, let's do it as a formality.
Kodwa ngoba sengicelile ke ngokukhulu ukuyithoba uZile uMadladla lo ngiyakuchazela nje nayi le voice bathi uMadladla umahanda be cishe ngasho igama le stage but yeah.
Jwayela ne?
I know. But yeah, ngiyathokoza kakhulu ukuthi ngibe la ngiyumsakazi uDJ Zeal uMadladla.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yay, I'm so happy to be here.
The way you're starting it, ngathi you're not this interview.
Hawu ngajabula. Hayi ngoba niyayishaya lento niyenza lento imnandi.
Siyabonga.
Imnandi lalela bengihlale ngiyibuka. Nami khona ama nuggets engatholayo.
Wow.
You know, because your passion for radio and stuff is quite a lot.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We introduce her Ukhozi Zeal Dladla. Ngiyakuchazela nje.
Nile voice.
Umakandabi.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that. Maybe siqale ngokuyakuchazela nje. How lawo matemu wonke aqhamuke kanjani?
Abantu ukuthanda abantu. Hlezi kusebantwini, you know. Ngikhulele eMlazi. Ngihamba namasalon yabo umuntu osifazane. Hlezi khona amatimu esalon. Ngiyakuchazela nje. Yabo mtase or whatever.
Yes.
So I think the ngiyachazela nje is what caught on with me. Everywhere I go, mhlawumbe wenza inzipho somewhere. I say ngiyachazela nje. Athi unamanga. Lithi ngiyachazela nje. You know. So it caught fire there through visiting people at their shops or events and stuff and hanging out with abangani abaqinile nje.
Yeah.
Papios nje nabo. So now they spread it to their people. And then it just becomes my thing, and then everybody else makes it their thing now.
Oh, wow.
And ezinye ke amanye ama-team aqhamuka ngumlaleli.
Yes.
Umuntu kakhulukazi let's Nile
voice. Because your voice is unique.
Base nje ayikho ivoice njengeyakho Madladla. Nje ikakhulukazi abalaleli boKhozi FM la ngikhona.
Yes.
Uthando lwabo ne-attention to detail, you know. Ngempilo yakho umsakazi. Bayazi ukuthi hayi namhlanje khona la uyabona nje uyashisa ngithi bathi awukodwa leyo voice leyo Nile voice. So they always bring back lento banikeza yona abantu bayibusela kuwena. Bakuqambe namagama. Bakuphe nezibongo. Nje kuningi yabo these days bafuna ungibiza uMazil njengoba nguMadladla sengumazil awumazil yabo so no konke kuyasixhubanisa nabantu sina sithi suke senze into yethu kanti sebeyayicatch bese beyicatchile baphinde baqambe ngayo so it's kumnandi.
And I'm interested ukuyibizeni kwakho ngoMakandabi. how you decided to do that, because masa abasakazi isikhathi esiningi bazohlukanisa impilo yabo personal nasemsebenzini uthi angeke ngimention ingane yami emoyeni, but you said nguma kandabe, and everyone loves that and they can relate to that because almost everyone is umama to somebody.
Ubaba to
somebody. Yes.
Yeah, ubaba to somebody. Because I've had a lot of guys besho ukuthi hawo mina kubaba kasibani bani, you know, noma ubaba wo sibani bani. You know, it's a privilege ngizothini. Indlela umsakazo oshintsha ngempilo yami nguthole ngisafunda isikole. Ngaba uzile, angazi.
Yes.
Ngaqeda isikole leso being university. Then ngaqeda ngakhula manje yabo ngaba DJ Zeal manje. Started DJing with Christos and Vinny's. So the name changes, you know, with time, and nami ukuthi ngisuke ngidlula, you know, kusiphi isigaba empilweni yami.
Yes.
So isigaba sokuba uMakandabe was a big chapter because you know, we had challenging times in the country, and then I had this new show kwathiwa ngiqambe ngathi undaba ezinhle. And my son is Ndaba Enhle.
Yes.
You know. So this whole Ndaba Enhle and good news. We just gone through COVID and lento shut down, lockdown.
Yes.
So I had to highlight ukuthi kuwo konke okubi okwenzekile emhlabeni ngaleso sikhathi. Khona okuhle okwatholakala.
Wow.
Ndaba enhle bethu. So konke lokho nje kwashintsha impilo yami. Nami into yabo uma umsakazi into ekuthinta empilweni yakho. Sometimes.
Yes.
I ain't gonna be like, maybe you are intentional, noma mhlawumbe script noma kukuphi, but uzogcina usuyisho wena. Because you're honest, you know what? At least I am. Angazi abanye basakazi. But mina ngi-honest in terms of lento engidlula kuyona sometimes fanele ukuthi ngimtshele nomlaleli nayo udlula kuyona. Uyabona? Khona olalelo odlula kuyona. So ukuba uMakandabe is something I wear with pride and joy, and I sacrifice so much for radio. Sometimes you can't be in relationships. Sometimes you can't be doing so many things because you are so caught in this career thing.
Yeah.
Not just for radio. Not me. So in the chapter ukuthi ngibe umama ifike in my 30 something. Kwabanye kade mabuka ko 20 nobani ingane imshado nama divorce. Into njalo. So it all came a little bit later for me.
Sure.
And it came at the perfect time. So I celebrate that. And I want to celebrate that with the world, you know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, with the world.
Yeah, the amazing thing radio Zeal ukuthi radio ayifani no-actor, ne?
Sure.
Uk-actor unikeza i-character, mawusungena kuleyo character leyo ekuthiwa idlale. Now i-radio it's more of your reality. You know, that's radio. It's your reality. Umsakazo kanje and we leyondo. And then mangabe you know, so kuvela i-reality kaZeal through the platform that is given to you on radio. But something very interesting, Oisho, you met radio at school. How did you meet radio at school?
Haibo. Okay, so Begise Wits University.
Okay.
Studying Bachelor of Arts. And then it was a case of Kodama auditions for 947. What do you Highfeld?
Yes.
Highfeld
Stereo.
Highfeld Stereo.
Yeah.
Good old Jeremy Mansfield.
Yes.
Yeah. So Kodama auditions now, and I was already on campus radio, I think, because Kodama auditions is school in Iqala.
Oh, okay.
But pata je duze kwaqhamuka lawo ngavela ngangena ku top 3.
Wow.
Gavana ebona because people kept pushing me and they say, go for it, you know, you speak so well, go for it, ne voice yakho mina izinto bengayinakile ngigcina nje mina ngisesikoleni ngenza ama-oral.
Yeah.
Yabo, like in uniform.
Yeah.
Ngigcine ngishaya ama-oral bengigudi ngenza Toastmasters, being a chairperson or being a leader.
Yes.
Yabo, but kuthiwa yini ama-monitor.
Yeah, monitor.
No
class
Yes.
No rep.
Yes.
Uphethe ingane lapha.
Bhala amagama abakhulumayo.
Yeah, wena. So bengenza into njengalesi,
Sure.
active. So ngiyababonga kakhulu bazali bami nje bang support kakhulu kuloko and all the way. So yeah, that's how I met radio. People just gave me that push to say, with all these basic skills and things you're already doing, hamba uye lapha inayi audition. Angizange ngiyibonele mina audition ngiyibona ukuthi ingifanele yazi ukuthi ngihambe.
Yeah.
You know, people gave me a call, people showed me the poster, yabo. Ukuthi hamba ubheka hey nawe ngenzeka ngithi hey guys.
And what are you studying at that time?
I was studying Bachelor of Arts. Ngaqala nge-Bachelor of Science.
Okay.
Yakhumbula sonke sifuna uba udokotela.
Okay.
Hey, lapho ke. Bachelor of Science. Kwasho ukuthi nje as just too much of a socialite for the Bachelor of Science. Even if I'm a subject ambe lapho in high school. So this social life and Bachelor of Science, I'm signing kahle hle. Kwathiwa ke okay, second chance. Bachelor of Arts. Yeah. In a Bachelor of Arts. I got shy. I got Bachelor of Arts. I fly. I get managed to fly. Bachelor of Arts. You know, I ended up being in the SRCs of Wits University. I ended up doing it.
Yeah.
I played rugby at Wits. So, and I was also in the Christian organizations. Anything that had to do with internet life, parents.
Yeah.
Bingians. Bingians.
So now, uthi i-radio uhlangane nayo ususevets.
Yes.
Growing up in your upbringing, ukuba umsakazi kwake kwaba yiphupho lakho, ngabe wawuthi mawulalela i-radio uzothi lento ngiyayithanda. Did that have any influence in you ending up being on radio? Your upbringing?
Well, in the beginning, there was a tape recorder.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you guys are taking me way back.
Yeah.
There was a red stoop ekhaya, red stoop. There was a tape recorder esayithola esikoleni kwaba homework. Yabo. Ukuthi hamba uyirecord.
Yes.
Uwenze nge-tape bese sebuzo idlala esikoleni. Yabo. Record sami omunye record iculo, omunye record ngazini. So I took the tape recorder, went home and I was listening to umsakazi ukuthi uthini.
Yes.
That time it was Gareth Cliff no Glenn Lewis engangibalalele.
Okay.
From high school.
Yes.
Even like early grade 8s or something. Then it's tape recording, imagine mimicking these guys.
Yeah.
You know, because bengithanda umculo, ngiwuthola emsakazweni umculo ngaleso sikhathi.
Okay.
Benguthola emsakazweni ngilalela lo msakazi ke ngifuna ukuthatha le tape recorder, ngirecorda lento engiyizwile ade isho. So that's my earliest memories of I could do this, you know, but it wasn't ukuthi ngizosebenza kuyona ngizophila ngayo noma ngizogcina ngithanda ngaleyo ndlela. It was just something fun, you know. I don't think I've ever seen radio as like a money-making full-time career thing, you know. It took me a long time to get there. I think now I'm kind of in that space of 17 years, okay, this is my eternal thing.
Yeah.
I go quick dodge.
Yeah, 17 years is a long time.
Yeah, 17 years, yeah. I go quick dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But very interesting. Mawukhuluma ngomlando wakho, you know, when you fell in love with radio, starting to listen to radio until you got into radio. Ingenza ngibuza umbuzo ukuthi kanti ukhulelephi? Mangilalele uhlobo labasakazi bashoyo. Your Gareth Cliff at that time, I would think he was on 5 FM. You know, your Glenn Lewis was on Metro FM at that time. So these are English medium radio stations. So ukhuleleki guys.
Wona ngisahluphi. Ngitheni ngahluphi.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, so kwenzeka kanjena ke elokushini noma ikuphi? Ingane iyakhula, right? Abazali basebenza kanzima siyambonga uNkulunkulu. Bakuthatha bakuyise esikoleni.
Yeah.
Ngifunda eNyanisweni.
Okay.
Emlazi kwa and then I had the wonderful opportunity ukuthi ke manje ngiyofunda esikolweni khona khona isikisi.
All right. Yeah.
Hayi ngoba kunjani kodwa nje. Ngicabanga ukuthi kakhulu futhi ubaba wethu wayefuna ukuthi ingane intombazane ingaloku yabo straight for uphuma esikoleni uye ekhaya sorry you must go straight home and you must have a lot of homework and a lot of sports indaba zabafana nje Zandile. So I never had that location experience, Yeah, that much.
Yeah.
ekhaya nje bengingazulu beku-strict.
You just mentioned Zandile. So Zandile, is that your name?
Ekhaya ubaba
Uzil uziqambile.
is stage name. No, ngiqanjwa abantu. Ngibayitshela ngiqanjwa abantu.
Yeah.
That time bengisevasithi.
Okay.
Yeah, so ukhulela kwathi mlazi sikhulisa abantwana nje abahlala endlini. Ngabo. So umuntu endlini uzokwenzani? You consume media, you know, according to isikole mhlawumbe osihambayo nokuthi abangani bakho balalelani.
Yeah.
Mina esikoleni ngikhuluma ngani? Iziphi ingoma? Yabo, ngaleso sikhathi ama-band Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, you know.
Yeah.
And you find them on 5 FM, you know. And then so much actually was a part of my foundation from those private schools that we went to, that have opened. They give me a variety of broadcasting styles.
Yeah.
You know. But then ukuba umuntu waselokishini futhi kuyangenza ukuthi kibe relevant nase station sezulu.
Yes.
You know.
Nguzwa kahle, yes.
So nje ngithola nginaleyo balance and privilege of exposure to much.
Yokuba versatile.
Ngomusa Jehova yena ukuthi nje yena
mawunikeze microphone
okungihlulayo
mhlambe even iLesedi FM cause ukwaqala
awakahle Jomi
ayithi kwaqala eThozi Lesedi FM
kibuwe la Tumelang bakhayeso leka
Tumela
is it no Tumelang is for many, isn't it? Many people
Tumelang
yours ngazi is 2K but yeah I enjoyed that stuff ukuthi ngibe naleyo balance nje kube mnandi
Aye. Yeah. Really
connected.
Hey. So now Zil, you mentioned ukuthi i-radio ube introduced kuyona in campus. What you sent the radio events campusing, then you went for auditions for Highveld at the time.
Ubongani Nxumalo wawina.
Who what?
Bongani Nxumalo.
Oh, okay.
So umvangelo onzima kabi manje.
Yeah.
Ngoba wangena nase 2000 but I still keep up with Bongani Nxumalo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but anyway, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So from there, what happened? Because the first time I heard you on radio was on Metro FM.
Yes.
That was the first time I heard you on radio. So from that audition, you were number 3, and then what happened?
Okay. What competition? You guys, have you got a lot of time? No?
We do.
You do?
We have a lot of time.
We have time to
You got
listen to
time. Okay.
Yes.
I can nje umuntu emisela umuntu omusha unamaphupho. Ngangenela umncintiswano we Pons at the time.
Pons.
Wabasakazi abantu besifazane.
Okay. Oh, it pons the lotion.
Yebo Nkosi. Uazanye ke uyena way mentor.
Oh, nice.
Metro FM was part of the sponsorship of this competition. Umuntu ozowina ke la uzothathwa ke imetro ayonikwa islot sokuthi asakazi.
Okay.
And anikwe lento ekuthiwa igraveyard. Angilithandi lo gama kodwa lama slots asebusuku yabona. La uzofundiswa khona yabona ucothoziswe until uvuthwe kuleso stage. Sangenela ke yangenela ugele. Again ugele angawini uManda be. Mengaweni uManda be ngomusa Jehova khona uLeo Mane lapha ehleli kulawo ma judging not judging. Yeah, I think I'd say judging to say
panel,
who's the winner, yes, you know. Khona usisiwa winner to Kia Modig. She won that competition. And we were on 3 Talk, I remember, with Nolene, Maulana Sango. And then kwaba isimo sokuthi ke manje uManda be number 2.
Okay.
Njengoba number 2 nje. Wathi ubaba uLeo lona ke. Kodwa wena njengoba kade usakaza lapha yana ku-campus. Already njalo. Usuvuthiwe. Uzosebenza metro. Kathi mina how angiwinanga nje. Kwathiwa sis. Qoqa manje la ukhona noma ungawinanga sizothatha 1 kodwa sizothatha 2.
Wow. That's
and that
amazing.
was it, you know. Bengihlale varsity kuleso sikhathi sivuswa ama security umuntu mephala semsebenzini, you know, ngiphile ecampus.
Yes.
Twibo animvuseni lapha eRes uyongena emoyeni. And I used to do that slot then with Ukiya, the winner.
Oh, okay.
And then over a year, Kia's competition prize fell off, and then I just stayed at Metro FM.
Oh, wow.
So Mark Fola off
By the
competition
grace
prize
of God.
got number one. When onga number one.
Position
You
one.
stayed on. Wow, amazing. Wow.
Yeah, it's a grace.
And I now I remember listening to Metro.
Yeah.
When Oskido was also on Metro. I can't really remember whether you were after him, but he would say, yeah, you were after him. He would say, my girl DJ Zeal is coming up. You know, I just don't forget.
Hey, labo malume laba.
Voice Oskido, you know. And you did mention that you worked with the likes of DJ Christos. So at that time when you were at Metro, were you already a DJ or it was before your life as a DJ?
Mina ngafika Metro FM ngumsakazi.
Okay.
From the campus live or campus radio, Voice of Wits bagithi uthi ngibasho, Voice of Wits.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I was actually one of the studio managers at Voice of Wits. But anyway, so what happened was ukubo DJ ngakuthola ngoChristos no Vinny Davins.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Ngoba kwakhona indoda ekuthiwa uSagale Bogotsi.
Yes.
Very powerful in radio.
Okay.
Legend.
Powerhouse legend, yes. So that time he was a program manager at Metro FM.
Yes.
Wangibiza opposite. Futhi ngangine ngasikhathi ngangisemncane. But those are not anymore. So now, then he said to me, come to the office, I want you to meet these guys, Mengifika ngithiwa imali bo uncle laba bo. Kuthiwa no, uzosebenza nabo Shy Show. After everything I've been through, what? And I'm still young, wah. Wathi nje khohla wena umsakazi bona ba DJ. Abakwazi ukusakaza. Bona ba DJ wena ukwazi ukudJ. Uzoqinisa ukwazi ukudJ. So it was really an exchange of skills.
Yeah.
And just becoming comfortable on the microphone, expressing each other's personalities, because I'm sure bengwenza before, but we mean alone.
Yes.
So doing a show like with a team, DJ Sianda on Saturday as well. Esakaza la eThekwini.
Yes.
Ice
I
cream.
remember that show.
Abantu abaziyo nje leyo chapter impulence
Yes.
yethu. I-urban beat yokuqala nje.
Wow.
5 years sishaya. Ibona ngolhlanu uVinny Davins noChristos. Usiyanda umqhubeni.
Big show.
DJ Zeal on both shows. We had an amazing time, and we used to travel the country and be in 3 studios at the same time. And yeah, it was like a religion.
Those were big shows. And
It was a religion, yeah.
we created so many memories from those shows because at that time we were still,
Aspiring.
we still wanted to be radio presenters. We were in community radio at the time, so we were going out quite a bit. Not a lot, just quite a bit. So at night when we were driving, Zil would be on radio.
Yeah.
So a lot of memories, were created from those shows.
Siyabonga supporting isilaleli.
Yeah. So now Zil at Metro, joining Metro FM. Metro is a big brand. And then there are big brands within this brand that you are joining. At that time, I think probably when you joined, maybe Glenn was doing 3 to 6, or might have been doing breakfast with Unati, I can't remember. But between
one of the two,
yes. And a whole lot of other radio presenters, your Wilson Binkosi, your Eddie Zondis, like big names. How was
Rest in
that
peace,
experience? Rest in peace indeed.
Cool. The experience of being the youngest or what?
Being among these, just your experience of working with these legends.
Hayibo, as mengithi ngiyakhumbula. Angazi, obviously ngiyabahlonipha, and they're older and they've done this for many years and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is where abantu, they really misunderstand me sometimes as a person. If anything ever went wrong in my past years with radio or whatever, it really felt like I had done it before, or it was just meant to be, and I never felt like a competitive spirit.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed myself. They were my big brothers and sisters. One of my legend, Manjena. hey, asakwazi ukuphefumula, you know. I never felt that in my life, really, you know. I don't think that I think there's very few people that I can try and like recall that maybe like Bob Mabena, like, whoa,
Yeah.
you know. Then and who else? I'm not sure. But as far as the broadcasters, like DJs or like Giabahlonipa, but I never felt that guys in awe of,
Yeah,
you
understand.
know. Maybe because I'm Christian, I never feel like a sense of worship for whatever.
Yes.
You just really appreciate
umsebenzi
womuntu.
Yes.
No ukuthi ubone ukuthi uwenza kanjani le discipline no nokuzimisela no abe uyena hayi ukuthi mina ngifuna ukuba uyena ngoba lesikhathi sibakhonza abantu ugcina usucopy and paste you know, because now you've seen Unathi and you're going to be the next Unathi. You can't be the next Unathi, you know. So I've always had that stubbornness. I've always had that stubbornness and that thing. So, okay, it's great and whatever. But like, I'm still at school. I must pass. I was still at varsity.
Yes.
It's great. Kwa metro siyabonga. Mengishaya ispan futhi kamele ngishaya ispan sami yabo. Thule ukuthi dongi hambele futhi yabona. So sometimes people, you know, really misinterpret that and you don't appreciate or you don't recognize and stuff because you can't work when you are intimidated.
Yes.
You can't work when, you know, if I like a song, then I have to interview Louis Vega. You know, it's like one of the biggest house music legends.
Yes.
And Urban Beats, we used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
There'd be guys coming in from everywhere in the world, from Japan to the States to UK. Beza, we show, babies or Christos Novini. You know, people I'd never thought I'd meet in my life. And they'll be right there. So I've got no time to be like, oh, what a legend. It's only 2 seconds. It's only 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Next moment, ngisemoyeni abantu fanele ngibanikeze lento ebayifunayo. Ukuthi ubani ke lo Louis Vega. Usiphatheleni nizowenzani emzansi? Are you empowering people or what are you doing? Yabo. So konke lokho you need to have a very clear a mindset about it. Yeah.
Beautiful. So now your stay at Metro FM until you left the station. Did you resign or your contract was not renewed?
Ayethi nemadlines nabona nini ongesakhumbula ayinaba sakhumbula ngayibona ngiseThekwini futhi ngangifuna idlala nabazali bami ngiphilele njengengane encane but it was a case of 5 years Urban Beats
Yes.
had reached its 20 plateau. The show, yeah, I knew the show, it grows. And then the show just reaches a point where it's like this.
Okay.
You know, so the show had reached a point where it was like this. You know, we had done maximum in terms of commercial value.
Yeah.
For that slot. You know, because obviously your commercial value in terms of what money you bring for the show, ihambisana hours. 6 cents means
Yeah. Sure.
And then numbers as well, listenership, we had got like a lot. So mina ke as being umuntu omusha nguzandile, there's always more. Yabo. Khumbula ukuthi ngangena ngumsakazi, angenanga ukuthi ngu-DJ.
DJ, yes.
Kodwa now
Ngifuna umoya manje.
Yes.
Ngiyami for umoya. What does moya mean? One more time on radio.
Yeah.
I've got these 3 hours on Friday with Urban Beats and another 3 hours on Qubela.
Yeah.
Ikwabe ngathi banginika 3 hours ngesonto. Urban Beats extend.
Okay.
Ngabona ukuthi yasin. I also had personal experiences at the time, you know, that were traumatizing. And I didn't I became very short-tempered. You know, if I was not happy with something, I'd just drop it. And then I got a call from Gagasi FM at the time. Bangfone, and that's okay, sure, bye-bye. You know, because I was doing it for my own peace of mind. So there's a lot of things that happen. People are born from outside, but they don't know when. Yeah, so moving back home was like a best and a safe space for me, you know, because at the time I didn't even have a team. You know, when you get booked or you're a brand, you need to have a team.
Yeah.
People like help you handle bookings. People will help you transport, or people, you know, that.
Yes.
So then I was starting to get busy, and I didn't have like a strong team. In Joburg, sometimes things would go wrong, and then I'll just be in a tiff. I was like, you know what, screw it.
Yeah.
It's okay. If it's meant to be, let me take my degree. Degree.
Yeah.
This degree yam. Ngiyena eThekwini.
Phinde ekhaya.
Ufuna umsebenzi.
Bese ngifoneliwe phela manje ngesigagasi.
Yes, Gagasi. Yes.
Fonele Gagasi. Thatha usenze Gagasi. Ngihlala nomani baba.
Yeah.
Ngale sekhaya.
Before we get into Gagasi, sorry ukuphazamisa. I'm just thinking,
Asingabe sangena sasesidlula.
before we touch on it. Just going back to Metro a little bit. You mentioned earlier on. You mentioned ukuthi ngoba you were young. You know, wawunakuhlupha okuncane. And then now you just mentioned ukuthi at that time you just felt like, you know, Isho had reached its peak. So in terms of how would you characterize, but rather what were your highs and lows at Metro FM?
It's a very deep question. My high was being the youngest presenter in the station.
Yeah.
And that was a high. And then working with legends, like you said, that was a high. My low was slow growth. You know, as you've seen, I've been talking to Lady D the other day. Kiss Lady D, yes. You know, this thing of radio. You are a legend, and I look up to you. And you're one of the way you tell the station in a corner. Sometimes, you know, I've had a career where I've had many stations on my profile.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes I got an itch to say, but aglulu phuma Ukhozini kumnandi. Yabo.
Yeah.
Kumnandi Ukhozini. So it keeps you on your toes as a station.
Yeah.
Keeps you challenged on your toes, yonke into. Manje ngithi leti nikhokha kodwa nalaphayana eMetro FM gata comrades indlela engihambayo. You know, and there were times when I would be promised shows. It happens, and then some managers come in and they say, no, we're not going to change anything. You know, after you've been called to say, no, you're going to do this, you know.
Position in a particular way.
So you face disappointments in career. And when you face them, you need to be mature and look at what you have, whether it's your experience or your paperwork or your network as well. You know, the network you form while you are at these spaces is timeless. It's up to you. So all those things were of value to me enough. Wherever I go, I'm good. I will be good. God will take care of me, you know. And get right, yeah. So that's how I felt about the stations at the time, is that sometimes growth takes a while, and as young people we can have that itch twain, that impatience.
Yeah.
Noma mhlawumbe ubone kwabanye kusheshe, then you realize ukuthi no, indlela nezikhathi zabantu asifani. Yes, our journeys cannot be the same. We must sit here and tell different stories. After 3 years, it's prime time.
Yeah.
Some people it takes them 10 years. I mean, like, there's many stories of people that have stuck it out in the same space until it happened. Or it never happened because they were just not meant for it to happen. So, mukula, you learn to embrace and enjoy and work with what you have. So ilangi khona ke manje. I'm embracing it, enjoy it. Nama different sounds, and all these things, you know. I'm just cruising on the journey and realizing who I am is who I am. Whichever space I'm focused on.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you for sharing. Sure. So now let's touch on you leaving Metro FM. You went to Gagasi.
Peacefully leaving Metro FM.
Peacefully leaving Metro FM.
Yes.
You went to Gagasi. You had a short stint there. Talk to us about that period.
Oh, I learned so much while I was there.
What did you learn? What did you learn? What did you learn?
You know, one can only learn from their experience. Generally.
Who did you learn from? The people you are working with there. So,
even the listener.
Come on.
You know you can learn from the listener.
Credit
You know
people.
you can learn from the listener. Yabo. Ngiye ngasho ngathi ke yabo. And angifuna ukulisho welcome kodwa fanele sigcine sifikile kulona.
Okay.
I think kwenza noma yimiphi umsebenzi ayonto umsakazo kuphela. Can be very politicized. Yabo. There's selling and buying that happens.
Yeah.
There's pawning. You're on a chess table, you know. We're the checkmates, the pawns, and whatever. Things get shifted around. So when I was at Metro FM, like I said, we were promised something, then it didn't happen. Somebody said no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Shifted like that. Something similar at Gagasi FM as well. Somebody wanted me to be there, for a certain reason, for the station to be where it is now.
Yeah.
Get Gagasi FM at the time.
Okay.
And they needed that Joburg, well, because I
Which year
was
is
being
this?
so cold.
2013? Which
Being
year
so
is
cold, and was cuts.
Which year?
Ngalesikhathi cuts in Puma in Metro,
Quick Gagasi, yes.
yeah, it was 2014.
2014, okay.
So then, and then it happened like that. It's a case of somebody obengithanda ukuthi ngibe lapha ngizoletha lento. Yabo, ngizoletha lento. Commercial feel.
Yeah.
I mean, Gagasi was commercial, you know, but national.
Yeah. Yes.
Ephinde ibe sexy.
Even on my
Yeah, even a confidence.
Yes.
Lento. Fanele ibe ne kwa. So, ngilethe ke le kwa ngilethe. You know, I bring it to the table. I think I brought it too hard.
And which show were you offered?
I was given these Saturday afternoon shows, weekday shows. And also, I was also always about, even now, my work, and I am gate that are open to that or whatever. Maybe I didn't do it the way but I'm always an empowering person.
Yeah.
So that's what we did at the Urban Beat. We gave people slots,
Yeah.
DJing, artists, you know. Then when I came to Gagasi, I was just doing what I do. Then somebody was like, no, but not like, oh. So, then for me, it was like, I think it was just not the right time.
Okay.
You know, now I think the station is in a different space, you know, in terms of how they operate and what they chase in terms of markets and look and feel.
Yeah.
You know, the bar is at a different level. So good for them and congratulations. It takes time to compete with the Metro FMs of this world.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're there and it's great. But when I jumped in on board, it was not the right time. They were not ready. They were still pretty rigid and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, so manje ke is a call. It's a different space. So you never know. You never know.
So how long did you stay at Gagasi?
Yeah, kahle phela sengishilo nje ukuthi akamba kahle usubuza ukuthi how long. I think it was 2 months or something, like 3
months.
2 or 3 or something like that.
So singasho sabalali bakhona bakwazi.
Ngenza into eziningi kodwa ngiseGagasi ke kodwa angifuna ungasho.
In a short space of
Ngenza
time.
party, akasingethanda. And I recruited all the DJs, we had a party. And then what else did I do while I was at Gagasi? Then we had a tour. I think I was part of a tour. Against a competition, I'm an artist. You know, I did a lot.
So you resigned or you were fired?
I don't know, Penanji. You
were fired.
I don't like to use that word. They let me go.
They let you go. I'm just thinking.
They always give us. They let me go.
I'm just thinking. You wouldn't know. We had another guy here. Achimatola. I'm just thinking. uphethe record lokuhlela
isikhathi
esincane kakhulu between Zil and Archie.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh.
Ngubani uphethe record?
Isikhathi singanani Archie? Isikhathi singanani? How long was he?
Go watch that interview, but I think it was 3 months.
3 months.
So you should to Zil osaphethe record.
I know ngiphethe 2. I think u2. Ngoba umholo wakhona ngikukhumbule nje ubumningi. Bekhona imali bengivele nginayo ngisho mhlawumbe ngawunakile umholo wakhona. Chazela nje. So nje
you were a DJ.
You know,
all over.
so I don't remember, but whatever I got is great. No. Archie Majola is how many? 3?
I think.
Shows me now 2.
Yeah,
Shows me record.
Let me call him and ask him.
Wrong.
Let me quickly call him. Let's see.
And ngiyakhumbula guys that day mayitshela controversy manje.
Right.
That day. Oh, waqala suspension against.
Yeah.
Suspension. Guys, you must take pride in your scars.
Yeah.
They make us who we are.
Yeah.
The difficult times, ne? What's your Kelly?
Step you just in case to actually.
Oh, I'm phone.
Yeah.
Oh, glungi like again.
Hey, Majol.
Hey,
we are recording like podcast radio and stuff. We are with you on speaker, ne?
Yes.
Just a quick one. I just want to check something. When we were recording with you and you were telling your story on your stay with the Gagas, we are with Uzil, DJ Zeal Ukhozi FM, and she was telling her story on Gagasi FM and how long she stayed. And now we're trying to see who stayed who's holding the record. Yes. How long did you stay?
I think I've got the record. I think I was 3 months.
No, you don't have the record.
Zil has the record. She was 2 months.
You guys. Ganbonga. That's Ganbonga. Angin
Cool. Thanks much, Jono.
I beat you.
Zil took shy.
You said wrong.
No,
wrong.
We needed to make sure.
Well done for holding the record.
Oh, thank you. And this is the award. But yeah,
okay.
It's not because of that F word. Got to let go. F word.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's because it's just a mismatch.
Yeah.
I'm a brand out.
Yeah.
Oh, stage si brand. Well, musukhulile futhi emsazweni yabo. Waba ne background experience. Now we brand. So thina sama brand emancane sifundiswa lokho. Ukuthi thina sama brand emancane ngaphansi kwe brand enkulu. And futhi le brand yakhe encane misifuna ubakhulu stage. Ila futhi kube nenkinga khona ngithi. Fanele ukuthi ama brand ahloniphane. So what I'm trying to say is that moment of those 3 months or 2 months is because we thought this thing is gonna gel. Yabo. Lama brands azothi in sync hambisane kahle. Kanti yabo khona izinto mhlambe ngale brand ubungazazi. Ungaphandle ungangeni usuphakathi bakubonisa zona. They were not in the fine print. Yabo. Guys can sign contracts. Those are things you only experience musungaphakathi. You know, that's OMG, you know. Some of them you can work through them depending on the parties involved. Some of them then you just realize they have no tolerance of, or you as the sub-brand.
Yeah.
How no tolerance, yes. So then it becomes a moment of, but let me give you a lighter note. So, okay, so suspend you, then ngiyabuya, then ngiyafika ke kusilanga le kuthiwa yini ke lamanqamu leyo nto yebo Nkosi
ikhona radio hearing that
hayibo wena chazela nje angathi uqala suspend fanele ubuyise result ye suspension enze ukuthi it continue or isiphelile buya uyabo qhubeka uhlala ekhaya noma buya
yeah
ekwenziwa leyo nto menziwa leyo nto kithi oh okay yabona nje njoba nithi nina ngiqinisa phela nami inhliziyo ibhlungu I'm leaving, you know. I'm leaving earlier than expected. Kithi njoba ngihamba yabona baphesheya bekusemhlanga leso sikhathi. Yabona baphesheya stage lesiya. Ngizozima ngisuka njoba nje ningichitha. Ngiya khona straight la bazobe ngiqasha khona. Ngoba sengikhuluma isingisi futhi kuphela. ngitshela umunye umfo okhuluma isingisi kuphela naye ngimusho ngegama owayesebenza Gagasi ngesikhathi wayephethe ngithi yabo nje ukhuluma isingisi kuphela ngoba ngisebenza lapha la ngiyakhona nangempela ngifonela East Coast Radio.
Wow.
Naye lo ukhuluma naye wakwasebenza la uya khona.
We
Angithi.
Angazi. Angazi ama profile bami namhlanje sikhuluma ngeprofile yami hey ngakubona nje ufaka uArchie Jole lo bani anginaluzi but ke ngama East Coast Radio umnandi nakhona
Wow.
mnandi yeah. It's like your 947 vibe.
Yes.
No.
It's a beautiful
the brand,
station.
you know. That's why the brand, the experience, the community spirit, you know, charity drives and lifestyle, family.
Yes.
You know, I love about East Coast Radio is about family. You know, something for the kids, something for everybody. So,
and most businesses around Devon that have radio at that time. Wofia Dlali East Coast.
Gale Suskat. I was What's at that time? My garage is Zandile Zeal Dladla.
Yes,
Yeah, but no, absolutely. So, uNkulunkulu wayezimkhuleko yami nangampela. Nakhona futhi akwenzeka manje.
Yes.
Ngaqala nje ngahlala ekhaya, we guys yazi ubhlungu kanjani uma umsakazi ungasakazi. It was a tough time in my life.
For how long?
I stayed for 6 months. That's almost a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these guys, I think I'd started with them in July or something weird like June or July, yeah. Okay. And then it was those few months, 2 months. And then it was switch. But they kept me busy and ngenza imisebenzi. Kodwa nje, kube ngathi awukwazi ukuphefumula.
Yeah.
Khona into efana ngabe uyayikhipha.
Khumbula umoya.
Fana ngabe uyabhodla.
Yeah.
Khona into ufuna ukuyisho. You know when you're a radio broadcaster also izinto ezenzakalayo like day to day, you want to say them on the radio. You're like, shucks, I can't wait to talk about this.
Content everywhere.
Yonke content kwenzakala ukuthi ngifuna ukuthi ngitshele umlaleli ukuthi hey so and so. Kwenzakala ukuthi awusawazi ngenze leyo nto. But lucky we got social media now. You can say anything at any time. But if ukutshela akufani nokuba semsakazweni.
True.
Old school press microphone on air, no reverse, no edit, no delete, no ha.
True.
Mnandi ke leyo feeling.
Talk to us about your stay with East Coast Radio. How was it?
It's an addictive feeling, yeah. East Coast Radio was wonderful. You know, in terms of it was my first time working for a regional but highly commercial radio station. Like you're saying, a lot of businesses used to engage with East Coast. They still do. But also in terms of revenue. You look at the size of East Coast and you look at revenue, you're like, oh my gosh, how do they? And then you look at the sales department as well. It's thoroughly, thoroughly thought out. I think it's the biggest department, sales and marketing. Those things you can never forget. But obviously, you look also at demographics of KwaZulu-Natal and how, look at 5FM, for example. 5FM is now on a roll of what is cool is black. What is cool is black, So you look at East Coast Radio now in terms of the culturalization, ukuthi ke nathi asifuna ukusala kuleyo movement of what is cool is black culture, for anybody in South Africa, for all demographics. So nabo ngiyababona ukuthi bazama ukuthi to incorporate without losing ukuthi their demographics are your KZN English speaking. Yeah. But we want to incorporate the trends as well without losing the money we're making and the audience. So it's a lovely journey to see that's developing there. Ngiyaqolisa analysis, but it's my personal it's my personal observation.
How long were you with East Coast? Hopefully
a year. And the money's good there, East Coast.
That's good.
East Coast money's good, yeah. Even like East Coast, they make sure because they want excellence all the time. Like they don't test people out too much because everything is like robotic. They run on a robot schedule. You know, everything's pre-rehearsed, pre-planned, even on air. You can hear imaging, everything and stuff like that is proper. So yeah, I was there for a year. I had a great time. We had some internationals. I think they at that time was Australia called
Sure.
Style sokusakaza.
Okay.
So what that means is what was the next wave or style guide template for the world, and East Coast should be at that level.
Yeah.
So yeah, ngafunda okuningi from that outside of SABC international commercial space. Yeah.
And it speaks to you, how versatile you are. I mean, moving from Metro, Gagasi, East Coast, and then Vuma. How did that happen?
Makhosi Khoza.
You left.
Adults radio
Oh my gosh.
for the young at heart.
Oh my gosh.
So how did that happen? How did you live? Did you live East Coast directly for Vuma FM?
Uyabona nje njengoba ngichazela ukuthi angikaze ngi-applyele umsakazo
Wow.
ukuthi ngisebenze kuwona. Ngagcina ngi-applyele ama-competition ngisasesikoleni.
Kwakuphela still.
Nangingawini nakhona kodwa nje kwagcina kwenzeka izinto. So into yomsakazi iyona elihlala ingifonela ukuthi sewudingeka ngapha ke manje. But I've learned also to pray about these things because I've had hit and runs, you know, like we were just talking about now.
Sure.
So you learn to sometimes ignore the call, let it pass. Maybe it's not the right time, because it can affect everything.
Yeah.
You know. Now I'm a family person. You know, I've got Ndabentle, and everything must be nice for him. You know, so can't just, you know, chop and change. So that station, Vuma FM, did call me, and because East Coast Radio was not a permanent slot I was doing slots for Msizi James, right?
Oh, okay.
Remember Msizi James?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They used to do Msizi James' slot, and I remember Jay Smoo as well, was on the same page as myself and a few others. I think we were a team of 5 that they were grooming for the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they were grooming me because I've got a different background, and it's
Yes.
these who's and who's that I've come from. So now they're creating this East Coast person.
Culture, yeah.
Yes, in me. And yeah, so I was like, yeah, no, I don't have to stay and wait to find out how that happens. And also I really benginayo le curiosity. Yabo nje Ukhozi manje. Zonke lezi iy'teshi engisenza kuzona, noma 2 months, noma 1 year, noma ebesinezulu phakathi. Besingilungiselela ukuthi ngelinye ilanga ngobe sengisaza ngesiZulu kuphela. So it was dual, English and Zulu, Vuma FM.
Yes.
But it trained me and created the Madladla character out of me as well. To get in touch with my roots. It's okay.
Yeah.
So working with Makhosi Khoza was quite an honor. And Gabriel Stole. Great broadcasters, you know, Besenze breakfast, good to go, morning drive.
Yes.
So that was my very, very that's my most creative character so far.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that was my shot of genius. Well, I've had few others, but breakfast was my shot of genius. Because that show, we even got nominated for best show in the country, commercial.
Oh, nice.
I was sure,
the Radio Awards.
For the Radio Awards, Vuma
Nice,
FM.
yes.
And umuntu oyenza la show before, kwakuthi Jay Smoo. Wayenza at Rise FM, eyenza eVuma.
Yes.
And it wasn't working ngoba manje abantu baseKZN bafuna into yabo.
Yeah.
Bafuna ukuyimixa noMpumalanga.
Hello, Linda Sibiya, if ngikhumbula kahle.
Waba khona naye at some point.
Yes, yeah.
Enza leyo nto. But lo ephuma kuthini, I mean, just before.
Nangena ecatulweni zakhe kwaku DJ Smooth.
So, my point was that there was a standard or a requirement of us to bring this KwaZulu-Natal thing. Ngoba manje thina sayenza ijuka langithi.
Yes.
Ukuthi nje lento kufanele ibe nekick yobuZulu, ibe nekick nje yala ekhaya. So engafika ngayiletha.
Wow.
Nice.
Ngafika sayiletha iphumela nje. And I mean makhosikhoza umsakazi ovuthi unezincwadi zokusakaza even, you know. Now he's got books and stuff. Gabriel Sithole, well versed in English, you know, expert in sports, great personality, yabo umchita nje wabantu.
Yeah.
Yebo
Madladla ngala.
Nangumadladla ngapha.
Nawe phela.
Ngishuqulela sometimes indaba zami izitori nje bekumnandi. You know, it was quite the character there. It grew my personality and I had the space to explore. We had a strict program manager, but because I'm a legend, there was like a safety net to an extent.
Yeah.
And also the numbers, they don't lie. You know when you've got the numbers
And they are talking.
and the commercial and the headlines and the radio award nominations.
Yeah.
Ngoba ngiyakhumbula enye headline ethi nje sebakhahlela ngapha nangapha. In this Zulu station and in this English station. So we're kicking stations of pure languages and of national level.
Nice.
And our regional.
Yeah.
And remember, Vuma was not thought of as commercial, you know, at the time.
Yeah.
Well, it was, but not thought of, because there was a Christian background to it, and then there was this R&B, which still
jam,
is. Yes.
classics.
So the kicking thing,
Yeah.
you know, look, sakaza lo. So yeah, that's the Vuma FM beautiful story. It had its lows, you know, 1 or 2, but angikho lapho, you know, it was a jam. Bekumnandi.
Yeah.
Bekumnandi, yeah. Bekumnandi.
So did you get a call?
I got a call.
Call to join
Got a call. Got to join a Ukhozi.
Yeah.
And guess
Who
what?
called you?
And somebody called me. They took me for lunch.
Because you work for Ukhozi. Who called you?
Oish. I don't even want to mention their name.
Yeah.
You want? Yeah. What you gonna do with the name?
Okay, all right.
What you gonna do?
All right.
You know.
So you got this call? Okay.
Yeah, I
let's
got
see.
this random call.
Okay, let's.
And yabona abantu fanele babe careful ukuthi ngempela kwenzakalani.
Okay.
I had a challenge at Vuma FM, yabo. Bengisebenza u2. Bengisebenza eVuma bese ngiyahamba ngiye kwenye inkampani ese Westmead. And I was working as a talent sales and admin person.
Okay.
Every day. And shout out to call my
So
boss.
ufika eVuma ngo 5 a.m. Qede ngo 9.
Ngo-9.
Mele urashe esiphinds out.
Umphathi angikhulumisa umphathi. After work umphathi mhlawumbe angikhulumise ngibe late lo umsebenzi. Ngiya komunye umsebenzi sengikhwathile. So wahamba kwaba la kwase ngifike khona. Yabona izinto encane. You know you need to be careful creatives. If you really want them and you must take care of them. You know, you need to take care of the artist. You need to check are they okay? You know, and you need to take every little complaint like seriously, you know, and attend to it properly because we are creatives and it comes with it comes with a threshold.
Okay.
Khona la nje sengeke kusasebenzeka khona ubona ukuthi into yami noma isipho sami siyaphazamiseka because you know they're on my back or let's discuss this and get over it. If ngempela it's something of sincere concern, but if you take it light ngiyakuthola hey into was you know actually I don't appreciate, and the guys I worked with they were aware that I had that challenge. So when I got the call I was like, yo, you know what, again I choose my peace. Again I choose my peace. So I was like, it was tough because when I left the show, you know, things, you know, and I was looking now from Ukhozi. And I was like, maybe I should have not left. That was a one time I thought like that in my career. Yeah, that maybe I should have not left at the time. Maybe I should have stayed like a year or like 2 years more.
Yeah.
But I had a thorn in my flesh, yabo. I had a thorn in my flesh, and I was like, you know, they can do without me as well. You need to humble yourself. Yeah, bayakwazi. So ke ngenze njalo ke. Ayihambela ngayo Ukhozini. 7.7 million listeners.
Yes. So, but you
And back to the SABC, remember?
Yes, that's where you started.
Baby's coming back home.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So I gather ukuthi isizathu sidala ukuthi kube nzima ukushiya Vuma is because the show is doing so well that they get.
Yeah, and I like the team as well.
And the team,
We're
yes.
having fun, yeah.
But you also mentioned that you had another job. So I'm trying to understand Ukhozi, how did it help you with the other job? What was the issue with the other job?
Oh no, there was no issue with the other job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, ngingasho ukuthi uma usebenza ekhosini, you don't necessarily need to be running up and down like
okay.
You know.
Yeah. The paycheck.
You need to just focus. Yabo, kahle nje.
No, the paycheck.
We yabo. Uyenzisise ngoba idinga isikhathi.
Sure.
Manje usafuna ukukhuluma isingisi angithi.
Yeah.
Usufuna ukukhuluma izulu phela. Finally you must be there. You must ulalele. Ufune practice, check ama script. Yabo. Indaba ukuthi up and down mina ngiyakuphi nendawo nani. Beke bayimele nje futhi azikho lezo itori lapha. Akutotoswana nje. Okhosini.
Yazi.
Akunabukeliswana, totosana wonke umuntu umdala.
Uzoshintsha sengena esizulwini.
Wonke umuntu umdala too much so nje indaba ukuthini nje there was no space. I had to perform and outperform myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ngale bekubizwa Ukhozini babekubizela lopho hlelo. Initially, the first show.
I can't remember.
You can't remember. Okay, but bengifuna ukuyala. Asikhulume ngengqondo. Now usufoneliwe. Uyakukhozi. Usuvumile, uyazi ukuthi.
Thank you for accepting my answer. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It happens.
It's been a journey of 17 years.
Dude. Oh my
So I
gosh.
understand.
Yeah.
So now ngifuna but sikhulume ngokuthi how did you prepare yourself? Uzilungiselele kanjani ukuthi manje usuyokhozini because vele buswazi ukuthi sekumele manje ushintshe because usuzosakaza ngo 100% wesizulu lapha kuivuma benikade mixer, you understand, bukhuluma ngale ndlela esixoxa ngayo la ku show kodwa njengamanje usuzoshintsha and for any person mengabe yosakaza kwi station esisakaza ngelanguage ethize 100%. Even now uthi angiye ku East Coast fanele ngicabangisise, you understand,
Translate.
Ready.
I'll translate.
ready, you understand. So now you know why ngikubuza particularly ngokhozi ngakubuza ngangezinye, it's because of umlando wakho, you know, Highfield Stereo.
I didn't work at Highfield.
No, but you auditioned for Highfield Stereo.
Okay.
Right then.
I didn't work at
Metro
Highfield
FM.
yet.
Yeah. Metro FM. You understand? East Coast Radio. We understand. Ezinye zeyiteshi or sakaza kuzona. Now usuyosakaza ngesizulu. You know, how did you just get your mind prepared?
Hayibo, it was a spiritual journey.
Yeah.
When wabona umuntu ehamba uthwasa, finally udlule ebunzimeni. Yeah, first of all, ngangitshela ukuthi ngikhula nje emsakazweni. Ngizoya ekhosini sengo-retire. Yabo. Mhlawumbe sibe ngisho eyodwa nje. Yabo. Ngikhulumela isiZulu sengimdala and life is slower for me.
Yeah.
Yabo. Hey, ngithole le call. When ngithole le call, I was aware ukuthi le call ihambisana ne-competition. For you to break competition, you must break the formula that's working in the other station.
Okay.
Bahlukanise labantu.
Okay.
Angithi labo makhosikoza no Zeal no Gabriel. Bandisa. Lo akazondiza la.
Okay.
Yabo?
Okay.
Akandize nathi.
Ngiyakuzwa.
Ngiyachazela nje.
Right.
Ngisifuna ukuthatha ngibeke kwindaba ye language. So ke njengoba ndiza nathi ke obviously ufanele akhuluma isiZulu manje ngithi nani. Ngoba vele bekuyisifiso sami ukuthi ngibe sokhozini. Ngangitshela ukuthi uma sengimdala. Manje I have to now do the Zulu thing sooner than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Uyabo? Ngayitshela ukuthi no, the crossover and futhi ngangitshela uma wami kakhulukazi ethi Zandile isiZulu wasincelwe ebeleni. Ngaphambi ukuthi ame ikole ambogoli angazi kanjani nomculo nanento zakhona le lifestyle le seniphila izulu sinebeleni ufunda enyanisweni esikoleni not like us izulu uma like akakhuluma isingisi ngithi hayi manje ngikhuluma izulu yabo lesikhosini uzokhuluma izulu yabo and nangempela it happened sooner than I thought, but in my spirit I knew it would come eventually, you know. But it came with a competitive, it was a competitive spirit. Yoguti, they want to beat competition as well.
Yeah.
And be number one in that breakfast slot that we were occupying, you know. So ngathi no, it's worth the sacrifice. What if ngalithola lenye ithuba lokuthi ngiyekhosini yabo and vele lento engiyifunayo ngelinye ilanga fanele ngiqale I must be groomed there to reach that level that I want to go to at Ukhozi FM. It won't just happen overnight. Uthi mengifika sengishaya breakfast yabo. So the crossing over, it's taking time as it should, and then ukuthi futhi kudinga ukuthi umuntu abe spiritually in touch. Ukhozi FM lungifundise leyo nto ke bazalwane. Yebo ngumuntu okhulekayo ngiyapray kodwa nje nokwesintu izinto zesintu okhozini ziyahlonishwa zibe kwaphambili. Amasiko isintu sakho ibongo sakho ithakazelo imvelaphi imvunulo yabona nje into enjalo. And so then I start to enjoy that stuff, you know, and enjoy leyo nto leyo ngifuna nami ilanguage yakhona ngiyabo ngisebenzisa makukhuphuka ngikhuphuke nami, you know. It might be not those slots, yeah, but it's part of the culture of Ukhozi FM. And ngiyona leyo culture ngikhulele kuyona ekhaya ngikhule kuhlatshwa ekhaya ngikhule kuyona sesontweni futhi ekhaya futhi ngikhulile silalela ukhozi stage set i-radio set isekitchen mina bengilalela labo 5 FM bami laba engikhuluma bengibalalela ekamereni hayi ukuthi bekublast la ekhaya sekulalela i5 FM manje ubaba hayibo bengiyona besilala abasiki bebunda nje ziyakhala uma usekitchen upheka ukulalela abasiki bebunda bekulala ijazz umdleje ngesonto ziyakhala ulalele yona
lawo ngomane madoda
my lord Nkosi so nje omsindazwe were part of my background like that through my parents. So nabo yibo behlala bengikhumbuza ukuthi ke lento incelebeleni ungatatazeli utatazeli. And then again ngigcina sengixhuma nepersonality yami ke then ke kuyagijimeka ke manje manje kuyagijimeka nje nanokuthi nokhozi liyathanda ukuthi lidonse nomlalelo omusha limsondeze yena lophuma emetro yena lo ophuma ko Gagasi yena lo commercial and digital banban nobukhazikhazi bukhona ekhosini manje ekuthenini we can be the coolest station of the year. We've won things like that, yabo, as Ukhozi FM, and it's okay. You know, it's cool to be cultural.
In fact, just to add, your digital presence is great.
Excellent. So zonke lezo zinto of commercial value, no matter public broadcaster, we are there with the competitors, whether they are regional or they are national. Whether it be revenue or listenership. I get listenership. Sebengamane bathule listenership. Sebengamane bathule.
I get compisana locals when it comes to that.
But maybe she wants usefuna umphathe mbondlela manje almarket ngalukhozi. Asilungisa amasimbi.
Ngaze ngaqhatha. Yena ngiqhathi nomphakathi ngimncane. Incane ngani yami ndabehle mncane. Safanele sikhule nje naye. Ndabehle is part of my broadcasting career actually, you know. So safanele sikhule nje lasijahe ndawo.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
See, I don't kid the chum, yeah. Last time I was kidding, you remember that?
So with Ukhozi FM, joining Ukhozi FM is, and I would like to believe when I'm experiencing nani yokusakaza, it's a different ball game altogether. From abalaleli to engagement now, babalaleli, even the stage itself, it's huge. It's a beast.
It's a beast, yeah.
Talk to us about some of your highlights, that you've had with the station, but also the challenges of being with the station, especially at the joining stages, at the early stages of being with the station. Now I'm sure you are cruising.
Hey,
with nothing to worry about.
hayi ngeke uhlala ufunda phela usokhozini lapha siyakhala uhlala ufunda
Sure.
ufunda from umlaleli number 1 ufunda ke from abaphathi bakho uphinde ufunde nakubalingani bakho ulwazi labo lujulile nendlela abenza izinto ngayo asifani nabanye bekwezinye indawo yabo ayifani nje kwezinye indawo. So what happened for me, mengifika hayike ile background enginayo ngithi
yes
nangu bangazi le metro ngezi SABC film
yes
okay sure hayi point of correction yabona nje ukhozini nje mhlawumbe into encane nje umsakazi ayisho mhlawumbe engazwakala kahle ozwa kusekubhala incwadi umlaleli ebhalela umphathi umphathi sekuvulele email noma incwadi engene ngepost
hayibo
noma ifike ku-security uyabo
hayibo
ukuthi mayelana nokuthi sicela ukuthi mhlawumbe kuhoxiswe noma ngiyakutshela wena. So nje that was my welcome to Ukhozi FM.
Wawutheni?
From abalaleli, in a way. Which was warm, it means khona umuntu olalele.
Yes.
And unendaba naye uyi-program manager. Naye une-stake, not direct phela usuyi-program, but they are shareholders.
Yes.
Abalaleli bokhozi wazi ama-shareholder. Khona amadela buthongo, khona abempolompolo, kukhona kakhulukazi usanda kufika mhlawumbe ungena ebusuku kanjena noma nje uney'nhlelo lezo classic kind of shows in the evening, they know ukuthi bashaya amahutha yabona nje indaba ezinhle ngesonto ekuseni pam amadladla thatha into yakho yabo. Yes. I love it and enjoy it. So yonke leyo nto nje is a part and parcel of the culture.
It's the culture of the station.
So nje kune honesty nje ephuma kumlaleli, sometimes imnandi sometimes inzima kodwa wena fanele uyitshele ukuthi iyangaka. Abaphathi bami ngesikhathi kufika bangifundisana ukuthi zitshele ukuthi njengoba becommenta they've caught attention.
Nice.
Kunokuthi babe indifferent bangabi nendaba nalutho. Shothi bafuna ukuhamba nawe uyabona futhi ngene emoyeni futhi uyilungise noma yini leyo okade uyishilo noma utheni kanjani yabo ngene uyilungise hayi ngoba uxolisa futhi wangifundisa ukuthi hayi ngoba usuxolisa umlaleli. We need to have hierarchy. Kodwa nje azi ukuthi lento deyisho igcina ifikile endleleni zakho. Nawe nibambisene nomlaleli, nibambisene futhi nomphathi. Without giving too much power obviously to audience, but we need to respect audience.
Sure.
Whether it's be a voice note or an email, and then sometimes ubona ukuthi ayikwakhe futhi ungasho lutho. Ubona ukuthi ayikwakhe mhlawumbe uyasukelwa nje. Ungasho lutho futhi ungarespond. So that maturity really came with Ukhozi FM ukuthi it's a powerhouse, and nawe khona uzokwazi ukuthi ukhule la fanele ufunde ukulalela. Ufunde nokubuza ukuthi mase kunje kwenziwani. Uyabo ungazenzeli. Uyabo istation samadlozi lesana. The ancestors of African broadcasting came from but you understand. So yonke leyo nto leyo iyabuya emqondweni wakho uma lesikhathi ungena khona phuma phela ukusa nje usakaphela.
The next Cool Cat Gumbis.
Those are the legends.
Cool Cats.
Yes.
No, we need Mahlangu, man.
The Begum Sunnies of this world.
Vicky Suku. So we are there. Gumusa nkulunkulu.
Zil, I have to ask this. Do you remember what wawutheni ngalenkathi incwadi yakho yokuqala nje yafika?
Oh no.
Do you remember? No.
Ngesikhathi ngifika bengenza ama show hip hop. ngangenza ama-show hip hop nananye futhi deep house, chillers, and futhi bengisazi eGoli.
Yes.
Excuse me as podcast enjoyment. So yabona into yobumnandi wa ithi ibesifiwa lapha whatever mhlawumbe uthi ibe kunyewe yabo.
Yes.
Hey, we love you.
But usukusheshisa phela la ongithi you are feeling whatever you're feeling. See umnandi lapha biwa.
You don't mean bad. Like the intention is not that.
So manje ngiphinda. Sometimes even a guest can do it, you know?
Yeah.
Because they were expressing whatever. So now before we baxwayisa ngalesikhathi uzoba interviewer, take so Ukhozi la. Into zakho zisiya nje. Uzisho kodwa uphinde uzithi. Yeah, so even nengoma sometimes naleyo nto le DJ uthi please umwenza imix yakho izodlala Ukhozi ayingafani nezinye istage ungathatha imix ethi idlala ku stage odlala Ukhozi
kunenhlonipho
fanele uyiqoqe ngithi even if it's cool culture or it's hip hop or swayini o house laba no gqomo o dress type o piano kunamagama khona nje umlalelo Ukhozi angafuni ukwezwa
Yeah.
akafuni ukwezwa uyabona it must be wholesome into kube into umndeni kube into ehloniphekile futhi nomina bomnandi ibe nokuyiqoqa futhi uyithiba uyabona lonto so ke nami ngicine ngikuleyo gengeke nje ethibayo nje.
Yeah, and when we listen to you, Zil, one thing that I always notice as we close is that you are passionate about uplifting others. I picked this up from listening to your shows, the mixes, you know, the upcoming DJs that you will have in your show, and it's something that you've done consistently, you know, from radio station to radio station. So, what is it about uplifting people that want to get into the industry? That why is that important to you? And also maybe combining that. No, you can answer that one, then I'll come back with the next one. Sorry.
Hey, sufunwenza makhombo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ngalo mbuzo. And recognizing that it's something I do with intention.
Sure.
Nanokuthi inhlelo ke engike ngakhula kuzona engizenzile. Zinalo lelo thuba ukuthi ninga abantu mathuba. But ukufaka ihype kwi-brand usibanibani uyambona ukuthi ngelinye ilanga khona la efika khona. Yabona nje uShimza nje efike Metro FM walethwa through a guy from Varsity bengisevitha ngithi kodwa ngisebenza Metro.
Yes.
Wathi umfaka lo mthetho kwishow yabo ubesafaka uniform uShimza sesikoleni.
Wow.
And put him on the show. Gisashaya ama slots a6. Okay, so ngifuna ukuthi enye ngishaya lapha Ukhozi manje. Kodwa ke ngaso isikhathi ke uShimza ke ngaze ngamthatha wazofika ekhaya wazo DJela kuhlonisa unyaka. Wafika ngeflight. Yabo airport la eThekwini salapha. It's one of my sweetest memories. You know? But like Shims is just one of those examples of people that came through all of the song that we would interview and you would know and usi ukuthi ibo usibani mani ngempela kuyiwa kude la. Khona into ekhona. Uyabona lonto. And we hloniphe leyo nto uyipolish ulokumbuyisa umuntu. Yabo manje currently I've got this guy called All Sorts. You know, DJ All Sorts is from Emondlo, and I know him through isikole sika bafo uMazwaye. He's DJing school, South Africa. So I said, this guy, you know, uyayenza into yakhe and une discipline and ukwazi ukutrain abanye abantu to DJ, you know. I take him to gigs with me as well. And then Ketagwala also heard him playing at one of the restaurants in Florida where he's a resident there. Bengazi ukuthi iskim sam so yeah, you develop that ear and you polish where you can, you give opportunity. Nestation sebenza kusona yabona Ukhozi liya yenza indlela ukuthi bring new artists. Do you want to interview? you can motivate for your show, especially mwenza ma speciality show.
Yeah.
Yabo ama show asemini ukufaka yonke into yabo. But umwenza show ye piano noma show ye gqom.
Yeah.
Umwenza show ye jazz.
Yeah.
Yabo those are speciality shows. Khona izinto ezihlala zenzeka kulawo ma genres yabo. Lezo inhlobo zomculo. Ongeke ukuthi ukwazi ukuyithinta noma ujule kwezinye inhlelo. Kodwa yakho show ikunika the press intweni the authority. Yonke into umuntu ofuna ukuyizwa ngale style fanele izwe kuwena kuqala. Fanele uyirecommend wena. You set the trend and you become a leader, you know. Uphethe abaphathi bakho nisebenzisana nama departments ukuthi kwenzeke. Yeah, so that's how the empowerment happens. And more than anything, I want to thank my producer, you know, currently Toza Mangwenya. I'm working with a very experienced producer, and you know, sometimes we've got our loggerhead moments, got that saying fundile ukuthi she comes with the structure, I come with the creativity, you know.
Yeah.
But iyaphekwa ishow. Iyaphekwa ifaka umoya. Iyaphekwa nendaba ezinhle futhi. You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, Davezitla got nominated. I mean, we won an award this year for most grown show in the station.
Nice.
And then Satola Enye nomination last year. So Sabenza Nomangoba as technical for Davezitla for best weekend show in the country. Telkom Radio Awards.
Yes.
Congratulations.
2023.
So well deserved.
Siyabonga.
Thank you for doing that.
All the supports from Abantu, Itimba as a team, as well as Abapati Besesek. We can't do what we do and go as far as we can go, you know, without that support. Yeah.
You mentioned Tozama.
Tozama went Tozli.
Yes, Kutwano. We were with Tozama Kumasatma Awards recently.
Oh, nice. It's swanky.
Yes, and she's
no me shoot.
Besebenza, yes. She's
Ukhozi FM TV.
Ukhozi FM TV, yes. So supportive. So
active.
Where there's a podcast, but you know, with our guest, when they come to do interview with Ukhozi, she would make, obviously, I mean, they'll start with Ukhozi, we are PRS, they'll start with Ukhozi, and we respected that, but she will make sure that they also come to us, to PRS, and then there was one person from the Northwest government, and she felt like I shouldn't ask a someone who's important who they are and what their position is. She came and told me, she was like, so Lomonto was in Northwest, we HOD from the Department of Arts and Culture, yes. Which was so kind of her. So thanks to Tozama for all the support. She was really great. She was really great. We worked very well with both her, Nelly Swa, who was presenting. TV.
So she actually produced for us.
She produced for us.
We're gonna pay her.
No, she's staff member. She's irreplaceable.
No, we can afford it.
Yes, irreplaceable.
Listen, we can afford it.
Tozama is great. We are wrapping up, Zeal. But I know that you're busy. You are a DJ. We know that, you know, we are Dale Maklabini. We find you on Ukhozi FM on Fridays and Saturdays. But what else is Zeal busy with? I know it's Wumdobies, but tell us what you've been doing.
Yeah, I've got the brand Dladla is my brand.
Okay.
Yes, that does a lot of community development. For Imlazi, we've got NGO like From the Roots, like Ubakona creative activities for abantu abasha emphakathini. So everything from like ama sessions with how to be umsakazi, ama sessions la abafuna ukupractice abane choir, baba nendawo yokupractice From the Roots kwakhe eMlazi. So From the Roots is part of some things that I do, and also fundraising for the organization, you know. Siyesaba nenkinga ama floods. Kwatinteki studio sethu la sirecorda khona Sebenza noMhliko, who's actually the chairperson. I just sit on the board.
Okay.
But konke lokho nje izinto ezingenza busy ukuthi how can we, you know, singaloku si stuck endaba zomsakazo zethu when there's so much happening emphakathini yethu abadinga ukuthi bayizwe bangasibukeli kude. Uyabona?
Yeah.
Fanele sisondele sibe seduze. Ingane izinto ezidlula kuzona zincane. Njengamanje 16 days of activism.
Yes.
Ekuthenini stop violence on women and children. What am I doing as Zeal Dladla? So FTR yangisiza ukuthi express that, nasemoyeni, obviously we express that. But uMadladla Mahandabe, I use it as a corporate, what is it? It's a company, it's not an NGO. I use it for corporate gigs, you know. Whether it's emceeing, giving motivational talks, facilitating, ngesiZulu ngesingisi, as well as consulting. Because abantu abaningi abazi ukuthi ungena kanjani emsakazweni, you know, how to cut a demo. So you have a consultation session, this is how you cut a demo, send it to so and so, send it. Right? Some people do get opportunities, they get jobs, which is great. And then other things I consult for are big events, you know, where they're looking for the next big talents, who to book, how to reach them. So njengiba bridge through uMadladla Mahandabe, I do a lot of other stuff. Like I take the whole thing to mention, but in summary, a bit of entertainment and a bit of community work.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so I enjoy that brand.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks, guys. I had so much fun, and yeah.
And then how do we follow you on your social media platform?
Oh, enkundleni zokuxhumana ningangithola at DJ Zeal Dladla, Instagram, TikTok, as well as Facebook. That's my page. And then I've got X, which is at DJ Zeal for Life. Yeah, that's where you get my profile, my booking details, uthintana nethimba lethu le inhlelo emsakazweni noma ithimba lethu la Mahandabe.
Sure.
Madladla Mahandabe.
Yes.
It's important. We need to give business to our children, you know. You guys are making a legacy from this podcast as well, so we really respect that, and you are creating legends. You know, we feel special to be here. Siyabonga for recognizing our work. We feel like we must go and do even more. Go find us more reports.
Yes.
Go podcast and stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
2 months, 3 months.
No, thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming through. It was beautiful. I wish we had more time because there's so much that we can still unpack with you.
Really?
Yes, because you do so much, and we appreciate like what you do with the young people, both on Ukhozi FM and even outside of Ukhozi FM. So please keep it going.
Yeah, ngomusa wenkosi. Konke kamoya kuyenzeka.
Sithola ngasikhatsini kuKhozi FM, someone who lives under the bridge or show or rather under a rock somewhere. Ongazi ngokhozi ukuthi uzile ungena ngasikhatsini.
No, just flew in from Iceland. Just flew into the country from Iceland.
You know, I got some listeners overseas, and you know. Okay, so Madladla Mahandabe ngiyachazela nje Nile voice njalo ngoLesihlanu kusukela ngo8 sithi faka umoya kuzoshaya 12 4 hours siyadansa. Boom, piano, Afro techie. Nje kumnandi. Then mesibuya ngesonto futhi sithi indaba ezinhle kusukela ngo12 uzoshaya 3 ekseni.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, hey. Wavusa leza zinto ngakhumbula ODT Ngwenya, Ukhozi FM, you know, those are the legends when you begin to mention legends. So thank you so much. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
That was Zeal Dladla Mahandabe. Ngiyakutshela nje,
ngiyachazela nje
Nile voice. Madladla Mahandabe.
Madladla Mahandabe. Well, actually, the kids love to sing Madladla Mahandabe. Madladla Mahandabe. It's so cute, but yeah.
Thank you for coming through. It's been Podcast Radio and Stuff. Please remember to subscribe, share, like, comment, and join as a member. Contributes only 9 rands 99. It's been a great one. Let's go, Ntokozo.
Thank you.